Yeah, man. You know, you got shows. You got shows called Ridiculousness. You know, shit like that. You got shows called Jackass. You know, shit like that. You know, showing white people doing the most taboo shit ever in the world. That you never fucking that nobody in the fucking world is doing like that. Especially black folk. We don't do nasty shit like just fucking nasty. I just got to say it. I don't mean to be so profane, but that shit is just nasty that the motherfuckers be doing. I'm sorry. Shit just nasty. Okay. You got shows like that for white people. You know what I'm saying? You know? And those are real like shows. You know what I'm saying? The Jackass, that shit they be doing. That's just shit they do on their own free will and shit like that. You know. And see, we have to. It's. I'm looking for my lighter. I'm looking for my lighter. Do I have my lighter? But anyway, see, it's really. That's why I mentioned the history books as well, because you separate blacks from America. Though, like I say, the word white people is never mentioned, not in the history books or TV, none of that. So that's why white people are extra emotional and bitch when motherfuckers say what the fuck the white motherfuckers doing with these white motherfuckers, what these cracker doing. You know what I'm saying? That's why they extra emotional and bitch because their own word games has kept them from reality. Has kept them in a fantasy world. But has let them attack, criticize, and criminalize others by race, by ethnicity, you know. As rightfully so. I mean, if you have to label that group, I mean, call it what it is, you know what I mean? But don't get emotional when we call it like it is. And we say white people, you know what I'm saying? White people doing this, white people doing this, and motherfucking white people need to get the fuck, white people need to understand this shit, you know? Because that's not in history books. Like I say, when it talks about white people, it says the Northerners, the Southerners, you know, the Europeans, the British, you know, and they still do it now, right now on TV, you know. But it does say the blacks, quite often, you know what I'm saying, the blacks of the South, you know, the blacks here, the blacks there, you know, black history, you know, American history, which is basically, as we know now, white history, yeah. But by all definitions, this is what really trips me out. It's what really trips me out. By all definitions, the white man in America is the biggest immigrant here. The biggest immigrant here. And would actually have the gall and the nerve to tell others to leave and go back where you came from and all this shit. When truth be told, right in the history books right now, in your child's classroom, when I was in class, when I was in elementary school, and right now, the history books do say that the founding fathers came here running from a woman. The most coward story you ever heard of when people, if you really think about it, you know. Damn. So basically came here as immigrants. We're straight up immigrants. And if you look up, okay, let's do a little research in it. And if you want to go behind me, that's wonderful, because anything I say, that's exactly what I need you to do. That's exactly what I would like for you to do, is go behind and research all this shit that I say. If you think it's bullshit, go research. And right now, we're going to go into the definition of an immigrant. Let's see. I looked up the word immigrant in my Webster's thesaurus/dictionary, and it says immigrant, a person who immigrates. In the second definition, a plant or animal that becomes established where it did not previously occur. Or the other definition is immigrate, to come into a foreign country and to take up residence. So the first definition of immigrant is a person who immigrates. So you must know what it is to immigrate. And right here, to immigrate is to come into a foreign country and to take up residence. To come into a foreign country and take up residence. That's exactly what white folk did when they first got this motherfucker, right? Of course. Duh. So, by all definitions, the term immigrant itself makes Europeans and the so-called founding fathers the greatest immigrants of all time. And they was running from a woman most of all. So, no wonder why King James and Shakespeare, set out for the Bible to make Eve look bad and destroy the woman's reputation. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, this is ridiculous. This is just too funny. Yeah, man. But all of these things, all these things, media and TV perception and distortion of history, and you gotta know the true basis of history. You gotta know the real true the real things about these words and the real concept in these words. The American language is not an original language, but if you know the definition of these words, and if you understand prefixes, suffixes, things of this nature, you can break down the whole etymology of these words. You understand? So, in short, closing out, that's why I like to say word games, war games, and mental programming, because especially for black people, this is very important to understand that you have been locked into a word game. You have been locked into the lowest level of a real life Monopoly game, just like Dr. Claude Anderson say. And I say you've been locked into a word game because originally the English language ain't even our damn fucking language. You understand? So if I'm gonna take a people that were powerful as we were, building pyramids, I don't know how the hell they did it, but I don't want no shit like that to happen, and I don't want them getting that knowledge back, because I don't know how the damn pyramids were built in the first damn place, and if they get that type of fucking knowledge back, it's gonna be over. You understand? Now, if I take a people that are that powerful, because we have to understand why we were made slaves in the first place. You understand? We weren't made slaves because we were bigger or stronger or faster. You understand? They made us slaves because we knew what to do with the land. We were the only ones that knew what to do with the land. We were the grand architects of planet Earth, as you can see. Everywhere we went, we helped people. We gave the knowledge and we helped people build. You understand? And there are great odes made to black people all around the planet from the ancient times. You understand? So if you're going to take a people that were powerful like black people, and if you're going to make them slaves forever, what you're going to do is you're going to take everything that was powerful about them. And if you can, you're going to make it evil. You're going to beat them over the head. You're going to give them your language. See, you got to think like the enemy. In order to get out of the bullshit, you got to be able to think like the enemy. And you got to understand the way that the enemy thought well before now. You got to understand where the enemy thought to get us where we are now. And if you're going to take a people that were powerful like that, you're going to beat them over the head. You're going to kill them. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. And if you can, you're going to make everything that was powerful about them evil. And if you can, you're going to develop a language system that is ultimately backwards. That's ultimately backwards and works totally in opposition, in polarity to their progression in spiritual evolution. Now, this happened. You gotta think why. Why do your feet smell and your nose run? Why is a package on a car called a shipment and a package on a ship is a cargo? Why do you park on a driveway and you drive on a parkway? You have to understand the inbred backwardness of the English language to extract yourself. Understand that everything about us that they have taken and they made it ugly. If you look up the word black in the dictionary, everything about it is bad, is nasty, and it's totally ugly. Put it like that. If you look up the word white, it's pure, it's power, it's pretty, it's all that shit. This is total mind control. Think about it in the term of like this: when they have it so where whenever you bribe somebody on a job or something like that, what do they call it? Blackmail. Blackmail, ain't that some shit? Blackmail. Whenever you're the outcast in your family, or you're just different, you're the weirdo, what do they call you? The black sheep. You know, think about Angel's food cake. Angel's food cake is what? It's white. Angel's food cake. Devil's food cake is what color? It's black. You know, you have to think of the mind control that they put on words. Blackball somebody. That's never right. You know, lies are not good. You know, lies ain't good nowhere. But, you know, if you're going to tell a lie, you know, let it be a little white lie. You know what I'm saying? This type of mind control. You understand? And these are the things that I want to break down to my brothers and sisters and to my people. You know, to understand the backwardness of the English language. Understand the backward psychology of the European mind. You have to, you know, all of us have this little white man tap dancing in our heads, you know, and we have to extract ourselves from that, because our true selves is the African way, you know, and continuing to tune in to Western doctrine, you know, to American doctrine, and to even try to be American. It's total counterintuitive to our progression and where we're supposed to be going. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to bring you, you know, my thoughts right quick on the media, you know, TV, you know, the control of perception, control of information, to understand how it's affecting us, knowing everything we got going on, because I'm thinking about you. I love you. I'm thinking about us. The shit we got to do. You know what I'm talking about? It's your boy Prophet Williams, man, with another words of wisdom. Holla at your boy, man. Show. Chill.